East African leaders met with South Sudanese President Salva Kiir on Wednesday in the latest push to end over 10 months of civil war. Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta, Ethiopian Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn, and Ugandan Prime Minister Ruhakana Rugunda visited Juba to discuss the ongoing peace process. President Kiir and his rival, former Vice President Riek Machar, have accepted mutual responsibility for the war. Now, for more perspective, we welcome Majak Agoot, former South Sudanese Defense Minister, to Africa 54. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, now first, I just want to confirm, you actually were one of those four who were accused initially of having engineered the attempted coup in South Sudan.
Well, I was picked up on trumped-up charges by the government and accused of being part of a group that attempted a coup d'etat. We were taken through a botched court process. And the evidence has shown that the government didn't have a case, and that's why we were set free.
Yeah. Now, you were part of the government. And what is going on now is a conflict between former members of the government and the government of Juba. What has stalled these talks? 10 months down the line, there's no agreement.
Well, in the first place, the regional body, IGAD, and the African Union and the international community responded promptly when this crisis broke out, and that has helped in saving many lives. The deployment of armies helped many people that you see now in protection camps in South Sudan is still alive. Otherwise, they would have been victims of mass slaughter. However, much as that has been achieved, the talks have stalled. Cessation of hostilities agreement has been signed, but this is not being respected by the parties. A comprehensive peace settlement has not yet been achieved. This is because the leaders of the warring parties have not demonstrated a strong will to give the process impetus and take it.
And that's a critical point. It shows both sides have not demonstrated that will. But it's good to see that the leaders on Monday said they take full responsibility for what has happened. What is it they're not agreeing on?
Well, it is more about leadership architecture at the top. The IGAD heads of states in August came out with a protocol to define what should be the leadership architecture of the transitional period. That leadership architecture that the heads of states summit generated has actually caused its own choke points. And it is these choke points, these roadblocks that must be carefully negotiated. And in my view, I think there is a need to re-engineer the process in a manner that creates a bypass around these choke points.
Yeah. Now, some have actually said the best way forward once there is some peace is to get a government that excludes both of the current leaders. Is that tenable?
Well, that would be the best state of nature. But where are you starting from? You're starting from a conflict situation, and a conflict situation would require that the warring parties participate and actually play a critical role in pushing forward the implementation of the peace agreement. So excluding them will be a very difficult thing.
Mm-hmm. Now, as a person who has been part of the system and also now kind of standing a little aside, do you see both sides of the leadership agonizing over the killings, the rapes, and the suffering of many of South Sudanese citizens?
It is squarely responsibility of the SPLM party. The SPLM party, after the death of John Garang, has been a well-oiled machine. It has generated frictions in its operation, and that has caused this conflict. Furthermore, it is squarely falling on the President of the Republic of South Sudan as the chief executive officer of this corporate body called SPLM.
Yeah, but of course the opposition takes responsibility
of course,
have to do something about the killings of innocent people. Anyway, thanks a lot, Mr. Agoot, for joining us today. Oh, well, Majak Agoot is the former South Sudanese defense minister.